sweetie. I love you.
ஹாய் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ நம்ம இந்த வீடியோவில் என்ன பார்க்க போகிறோன்னா பத்மஸ்ரீ அலிமணிஃபான் கூட இருக்கேன். ஒரு சின்ன இன்டர்வியூ மாதிரி. அவங்க வந்து லக்ஷதீப் போயிட்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. யாரோடனா பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் மோடி அவங்களோட தான். அதனால ஒரு சின்ன இன்டர்வியூ மாதிரி எடுக்கலான்னு இருக்கேன். வாய்ஸ் வந்து அசிங்கமாக இருக்குன்னு நினச்சிடாதீங்க, ஏன்னா ரொம்ப சளி பிடிச்சிருக்கு. அவங்க வந்து போயிடுவாங்க, கிளம்பிடுவாங்க, அதனால இப்போவே எடுத்தாகணும். இவங்க வந்து என்னோட தாத்தா பத்மஸ்ரீ அலிமணிஃபானுக்கு முன்னாடி. ஆனாலும் எனக்கு வந்து பத்மஸ்ரீ அலிமணிஃபான் ஆனப்பறம் அவ்வளோ பெரிய இதெல்லாம் இல்லை. ஏன்னா எனக்கு எப்பவுமே என்னோட தாத்தாவை தான் தெரியுது, அவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆளாக வந்து தெரியுது. பட் எனக்கு ப்ரௌடாக இருக்கு. ஸோ இப்போ வந்து தமிழில் வந்து நான் கொஸ்டின் கேட்கல, ஏன்னா மலையாளிஸ் கேரளாவில் உள்ளவங்க வேற நாட்டில் உள்ளவங்களும் பார்ப்பாங்களா இருக்கும். ஸோ நான் வந்து இங்கிலீஷில் கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறேன். யூ கோன் நோ வித் பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர், ஹவ் வாஸ் யுவர் feeling travel?
It was.
How you have felt?
We have, while meeting him, you're asking. Oh, it was all right. I didn't feel anything.
How, in what you have gone to Lakshadweep?
Now we were in Calicut and then we went to Cochin by car, and from there by plane we have gone to Agatti. From Agatti by helicopter we have gone to
Who all have
Kavarathi.
gone?
I and my wife both were there. We both went and met the Prime Minister and then come back.
How you have come back?
By coming back also like that, from Agatti to Kavarathi, we travelled by boat, ferry, and from there by flight we came to Cochin, and then by car we came to Calicut.
Do you like to travel nowadays?
Yes, I like to travel, but facilities should be there, then only I can travel. I don't like going by train and all. We have to go by car or by flight. Otherwise it's difficult.
Many years ago you would have gone to Lakshadweep. Now, then now what are the changes?
There are many changes. In those days we had no facilities. We had only the country craft to come to mainland, but now we are having ships and then speedboats and all those things. We can reach one island to the island in quick time. In those days it used to take weeks to reach from one island to the island. Now in half an hour can reach.
Okay, Grandpa, I want to ask you one more question, okay? Earlier you used to travel with us, then that traveling you like, or now with grandma you are going now, that you like? Which is feeling more comfortable?
Everything is comfortable. There should be someone to help me. That's all. Because I'm old now, someone should be with me to guide me. Otherwise, I will forget the ways and all these things.
Grandpa, then what are the changes you have seen in Lakshadweep?
Lakshadweep has changed a lot because in those days we didn't have any machines, any engines for the boats. We were traveling by sail. But now we have the engines, speedboats and all these things. So we are moving very fast nowadays. From one island to
Okay,
island, we can
Grandpa.
go very easily.
Many days I wanted to ask you one question. You are a scientist, I know, many things you have found. But specific one thing will be there, no, what you have found. What is that?
I like that one specific thing I have not found. I was working in the fisheries department. At the time I got some new fishes. One of them was identified, and it is that fish is known as Abu Dafdaf manikfan.
I know.
The other one they were not able to find out by the time Dr. Jones retired and I also retired. So that fish was
Then
lost.
first fish only you have found, no?
Yes.
Then next what all things?
Next, nothing else. What is there?
One D and all you made, no, that you not tell her.
Pardon?
One D vehicle that for food.
That is a usual thing. I made.
Then anything you didn't find. You're scientist now, like that I'm asking.
I'm not a scientist. I'm not doing that only. But I have got this mechanical mind, you know. So we were living in Mandapam camp. At the time, my son Musa, he wanted one bike. Then I said, we will make one cycle and we'll put one engine to that. So we put one engine, small engine, this roller drive fitted on the front wheel. This was riding very nicely, and then we have to see the efficiency of that, so that we have to run for long distances. So we choose a trip to Delhi. So I and Musa traveled by that and went to Delhi and came back.
Grandpa, this much years I'm your granddaughter, but I don't know what you have studied. I want to know that, but
I have studied in the school up to 7th standard. In those
not
days,
12th. I thought 12th you are studying. 12th
no,
standard.
no, no. In those days, we had no schools in Menikoi. In 1948, only one school was started, and I attended for a few months, I think. And then I came to Kannur, where I joined in the school. I joined in the 7th
College
standard.
and all those years were not there earlier.
In Minikoi and Island colleges and all those things were not there in those days. But in Kerala, we had the facilities to study. But at that time, we were not having the facilities of hostels and all these things. So I stayed with a friend of my father in their house in Kannanur. And then I went to the school and high school. And I studied in this elementary school, higher elementary school, for 1 year. And then from there again we shifted to another school. I wanted to learn Urdu in that school, Urdu was taught. So we went to that Koika Madrasa. Now it is not there, it is gone. Then after that we joined the high school there in Kannur,
Grandpa,
where we had Urdu also.
now how many languages you are remembering, you know?
I have studied 14 languages. I nowadays use about 7 languages. I
Which are?
read, yes, understand.
Which are? Tamil,
It is
English,
Tamil,
Mahal,
Malayalam, English, Mahal, Hindi, Urdu, Arabic,
7
French,
languages.
many languages. Like we are all, you see, human beings, and our first father and mother and 2 persons. From them only we all came. So when we went to different places, our living, our language, and all these things changed. Different places when we go, we start on different words. In the early beginning, we will not have so many words. So when we went to different places, they developed different words. So it is different. Kerala has different language, and Northern India has some other. So like this, so many languages came. All languages came from one language. So we can.
Grandpa, nowadays education value, there are earlier value are there more. What you are thinking about
When I
nowadays?
was attending the school in Kannur, the school had so many things. We had gardening, we had carpentry, we had weaving, we have stitching, sewing machine. All these things were
For boys also.
boys and girls both are trained in all this. So when we come from school, we can do any work. So we are self-sufficient. But nowadays only literacy, the books only we are dealing. That should not be.
I am also struggling to study very much. Not understanding, only studying.
Yes, yes, that is it. We should have different things and we should uh, mingle with the people, we should know people. But living in the school and then coming back
But
and
nowadays,
going.
most of the people are telling always you have to study only anything like study only anything you will get like that, like any job or anything.
That is for job
But nowadays,
oriented.
people also like that when you
See,
study only they'll
in
respect.
our island, Minikoi Island was not connected with any people in those days. We had some 4,000 people in those days, and they were self-sufficient. They were building, they were making buildings, boats, whatever they want, they were making. but they were not able to read and write. So this read and write is another thing. Our life is another thing. So why we are learning this reading and writing? We want to see what other people are doing. That is why we are learning all these things. Otherwise, why do we?
But nowadays, most of the people not read and write, but don't know to do practically anything.
That is what in the schools it is not taught from 5 years to 12 years. They are reading and writing. They have got a lot of homework and all these things. When they come to the house, they have to write their homework, and they don't have any time to play also.
Come, Papa is calling.
So this should not be there.
Come. What you are studying? Tell to Papa. Get up. Get up.
What
Get up.
class you are studying?
Which class?
Are they allowing you to play?
What all games you play?
Only football.
This is our grandson.
Great grandson. No, tell who is that?
Ayuba.
Who is that? What? Man, he is still with you.
Scientist.
No. Then you know maths and everything. And from Papa, what you have learned recently? About stars, something you learned. No, tell.
No, even for my teacher.
I have taught him one tree's name. What is it?
What? Tree?
Azadirakta Indica.
What tree?
That is,
Azadirakta Indica.
what tree it is?
In what language?
See, Sara auntie doesn't know what language is that.
English.
No, scientific name.
Oh.
That is Latin language. All the things are named in Latin in science. So Latin is very important.
Sit, prepare.
Oh, Papa, what
yeah.
are you thinking now
Vaccines.
Siri.
About vaccines.
about vaccines?
About what?
Vaccines and medicines is asking
Medicine.
nowadays.
See, human beings or any other animal, they are not living for medicine. Any animal is eating any medicine? No. Then why is human beings, people, they want medicine? They are not necessary. Medicine is not necessary at all. You see, there is a small story.
That's why I don't like to brush because elephant won't brush.
Pardon?
He's telling he doesn't like to brush because elephant don't brush.
You need not brush, no. Any animal is brushing the teeth. Not necessary. Just wash it, that's enough.
To become dirty already.
So that story I will tell you.
Okay.
There was one grandpa and grandson. Grandpa is telling to his grandson, do you know what will you do when you are sick? That is telling. When you are sick, you go to the doctor. Doctor will check you with some stethoscope, and then he will give a prescription, one sheet. Then you have to pay him to the doctor because doctor is living with that. If you don't give him, then how he will live? So you have to give his money, then come back. Then you go to the medicine shop. Then you show this. You nobody can read that. The doctor's writing. It will be just some
Only medical
scribble.
people can.
So they will take their lens and see and bring a packet and give you, and they will give one bill also. So you have to pay the money to that man, and then you come to the house. When you come to the house, what you have to do? You know what you have to do?
I also don't know. Eat
What
the
you-
medicine.
No, you have to throw the medicine because you have to live.
Then why to buy it and waste
Yes,
money?
that man has to live. Everybody has to live. No, he is living by that. So give money. Otherwise, how we can live? So everybody you have to give money, but you have to live. So you don't eat the medicine. If you eat the medicine, you will die. That is it. That is grandpa's advice to his grandson.
Then Sharik, Papa, any question you have to ask her. Question you're having.
Oh,
Coffee
cough
there.
is coming. No, tell. What is asking?
Ask. Having some
It
questions.
feels good.
Found name it in.
I have collected many fishes, and then I got two fishes which were not recorded before. Any
How you have known that you have studied about that many things?
No, I was collecting fish, so I know some new fish is seen. I will know this fish I have not seen before. So I have taken that and brought and seen. And nobody has recorded that fish, whole world. So it's a new one. So they gave the name for that fish, Abu Dafdaf manikfani. Understand? That fish is named after me because I collected so many fishes. They were interested to name it after me. And then the other fish was kept there for further study. And by that time, the director retired, and I also retired. And then that fish was kept there in the museum. But afterwards, somehow the fish has disappeared. Only the label and bottle were remaining. Nothing. Fish has gone somewhere.
Which museum, Grandpa?
Pardon?
Museum, which museum?
Which
Museum.
In Mandapam camp, there is a office CMFRI, Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute. I was working there as the museum assistant. So there these fishes are kept.
Grandpa, I'll ask you one question. Honestly, you have to reply. Okay? But
Yeah.
I know damn sure you won't reply honestly. I don't want to know about other granddaughters and grandchildren. Your last daughter, my mother, Amina Malika. In those five granddaughters, whom you like the most?
I was more attached to your mother, Amina Malika.
Not in your daughters.
Eh,
In Amina Malika's daughters. Us.
They
Five
are
granddaughters.
same for me. They
I
are,
know you will tell legend because near everybody are there.
no, not because
Don't
of
worry.
that.
Huh?
Not because of that. I like everybody. But more, I think Maimuna was with me for a long time. We have traveled together.
But grandpa.
Maimuna and Mupina also was there. Other people were there. Sara
Yeah,
was
they
not
are
there.
small and you were.
Uh,
Their Taiba is telling to tell her.
yes, Taiba was with me in
Then I.
in Tundi. You were not there. Taiba
How
was
many days I was there?
there in Tundi. You were.
Ah.
He was coming and sleeping in our place.
Still loud.
Then one day what happened? I wanted to pluck some tender coconut. We kept a big ladder and then I climbed. I told him, don't look up.
Taiba, no.
I told him. When I plucked it, fell on his face.
It's just one and one and
Nothing has fallen to it. It is very strong.
But grandpa, I'll tell you one
Then
thing.
one day happened. I have taught her to ride the.
Scooter, she has.
He was riding and going. Something came from that side. There was place there, but she went and dashed on one fence.
Taiba.
And the front side of
Still
it
just come and
was
spoil
broken.
the image. Grandpa, but I want to tell you one thing, okay? Now you are told now your Ramya Monica daughter and you like the most. Everybody, other your daughter and son also will see. And next, let them not get angry with you.
No, not like that.
Be careful. Sharika.